Well, Neil, it's difficult to know where to start today. What do you say about the performance overall today and a fairly comprehensive defeat?
Could you think there's numerous words I think you could use to sum it up? Gutless, disgraceful. You know, you could call it whatever you want. But you know, I've just said to them lads in there that I'll give everything I can. You know, to the football club. Every last minute I can in terms of work and work ethic, and I've asked them how they're doing the same, you know what I mean, because I feel badly let down today, probably for the first time. I've supported them and I'll continue to support them because they're my team and my players, but for the first time I feel very let down today. You know, as you know, John, we put a lot of work into this throughout the week. You know, we asked them to turn up a Tuesday and a Thursday and a Saturday. You know, we've got fantastic supporters who watch us home and away, you know, and that performance out there today is probably the worst I've been involved in my whole managerial career. Not from a results perspective, but for lack of attitude, would you say? I don't know what the word is. Probably I'm a little bit lost for words, so I'm just making sure to say the right things. But you know, our performance was, we were bullied. You know, we were 2-0 down, and obviously the first goals come when, you know, first 20 minutes we were the better team. You know, we knocked it round, had some good chances, only half chances but good opportunities. We can see the goal, and it's as if like someone sucks the life from Maria. They get a penalty from a set piece that we told them would come, and then obviously they get it retaken for whatever reason. And then obviously we've got to go for it, you know, and we take the whole midfield player off to try and, you know, just try and get us back in the game, you know, and but obviously you guys don't know, but what we're drilling into them information-wise, in terms of, you know, being hit on the counter-attack. Yeah. And I think it was the fourth goal, the third goal. Every goal bar the penalty has been from us having the football.
Breakaways, yeah.
Solihull, exactly the same. You know, and we've worked on it, but people just switched off, and I think you've seen from our bench asking questions during the game to certain individuals on why they're not doing certain things, but at the end of the day, mate, it's my, you know, I'm in charge of the football team, and I've got to get it right, and I'll continue to work hard to get that right. But at the end of the day, we're grown men, you know, and grown men, when they cross that white line, they're representing not just me, they're representing the football club, and they're representing Stockport County, which is a massive football club, and they're representing all them supporters that travel home and away, and those people who can't be here for whatever reason. And I tell you now, as I've just said to them in there, you know, if I walk away from this club in 1 week, 10 weeks, 2 years, 5 years, whatever, I'll know when I walk out the door, I'll have done my very, very best for this football club. And I've asked them in there, can they do the same? You know, because today was just awful.
You mentioned the fans there, you don't need me to tell you, there's been an angry reaction here in the ground, also on social media, people obviously criticising you personally as well. How do you feel when you hear that criticism? Is it justified?
Criticism is never nice, is it? Whatever, you know, whatever walk of life you're in, you get beat 4-0 away from home. You know, it's never nice. It's, you know, I think it's justified as long as it's criticism and not, you know, it's very easy to go and slag people and be very what's the word I'm looking for? You know, be vile towards people. That's the easy thing to do. You know, criticise is, you know, I've got no problem with that at all. I know I don't need anyone to tell me where the buck stops. You know, we're all grown men. You know, but likewise, there's only one person, well, not one person, but a group of people, my management team, who can turn that round. You know, we can't make excuses. We can't go into the details of, you know, at the end of the day, today is not a performance which is good enough for this football club.
I think people probably appreciate that you haven't come out and used the penalty incident as a turning point. Perhaps it was a contributory factor, but not a turning point, I think, because of the overall performance. But let's just have a quick chat about the penalty incident if we can, and the ordering of a retake, presumably for encroachment. Has Amy said anything to you?
She said it was encroachment, but you don't see that nowadays, do you? And if that's encroachment, when the ball is to the net for the second one, I think their number 11's virtually on the 6-yard box. So if it's, but let's not, you know, it's, as I say, it's been given, it's happened for whatever reason. But overall, mate, we can't get away from the performance, can we? You know, and as I say, as the manager, it's the way of the world now that he takes the brunt of all the stick, and you know, I can handle that with the next man. You know, anyone who knows me, he knows how much we graft, and how much, you know, I take it to heart what people are saying, because rightly so, they've got an opinion, they pay good money home and away. It's around Christmas time, you know. I've just said to the lads in there, can they stand up? I'll go out in front of the cameras, I'll go in front of forums, I'll speak to anybody, you know, and I'll stand up and be counted, and you know, but they've got to stand up and be counted as well.
Is it doubly mystifying that you've put out virtually the same team, the same formation, the same setup that you did last weekend? You've gone from your biggest win in 7 days to your biggest defeat with virtually the same players and the same setup.
But that's been us all season, hasn't it? You know, we've gone from you know, the start of the season, winning games probably a little bit ugly, and probably not at our best. Then we got into a situation where we were playing very well in terms of the football, but not really creating creating opportunities but not taking them. And now we've got to the situation where I think we look a little bit lost in certain games. Last week we were very good, but again, I said the real test is this week, you know, and I'm not being disrespectful to Corby in any way. The real test was this week, and we haven't stood up to that test.
The fans are obviously going to say, are you still the right man to turn this around? And what do you say to that question?
I believe I am. I believe, you know, we record in football. You don't become a bad football manager overnight. People need to look at the full picture. You know, you don't become a bad football manager overnight. We're 8th in the division, which is obviously better than what people wanted when I came in. There was a slogan, nothing but promotion, but people have got to understand when we came through the door what the reality was. You know, it's fine. I'm sure there's another 10 managers being told there was nothing but promotion, but the reality was what we came through the door. But I can use all them excuses or whatever you want to, facts, not excuses, they're all facts, and I could go on with more facts. But the truth of the matter is we haven't turned up today, and we can't get away from that. I can't dress that up any more than what it was. You know, the fact of the matter is that's my football team. It's gone on that football pitch. After winning 4-0 last week, it's been done 4-0, and quite convincingly done 4-0. And you know, I said before, even when it was at Chester, we lost the game at Nantwich Town and forget it 5-1. And we went on and won the league that year. But there was fight, even though we got beat 5-1.
Yeah.
Today, I didn't see the fight. You know, I didn't see the fight of last week. You know, and but as I said before, you know, I believe I'm the man for the job. But you know, that's up to other people.
I saw Carl Ledsham, probably one of the players who might emerge with some credit today, go over to the supporters. He was the only one who went and spoke to them at the end, and that's to his credit.
Yeah, I made sure all the players went over. I think they went over. Obviously, they didn't go right up to the wall, I don't think. I mean, I went myself and applauded them, because at the end of the day, it's nearly Christmas, a week before Christmas. They're out, and they've had to come and digest that. And you know, I wouldn't be happy myself having to watch that. But I think the fans are very much like myself in the fact that, yeah, you don't want to lose football matches, but there's ways of losing football matches, if you know what I mean. And the lack of fight and hunger and desire in that game today was unacceptable, and we didn't see it coming after last week. You know, we had a good week's training. We've had a good win last week. But I just think, I don't know what you guys think, but once we concede the goal, we just seem to. Last week we didn't concede the goal. This week we've conceded the goal, and we just seem to go within ourselves.
I hope you can have a good Christmas nonetheless, Neil.
I don't think so, you know, but all I can do is apologise. That's not good enough. But you know, we've got to keep working, haven't we? That's the key in this. We've got to keep working, got to get your head down and work harder.
Thanks for your time, all the best.
Cheers.